said work for me. I don't need to be acting stupid when I get that red light come on.
Well, that red light is on.
Oh, I know.
Oh boy. You know the best part about having a red light? It's always an indicator that it is a Wednesday and the Wrestling Realm Now podcast is back and in full effect because the WWE is about to make history by making its debut on ESPN with their PLE Wrestlepalooza, which is headlined by John Cena and a returning Brock Lesnar. What in the world are we about to get ourselves into? Not to mention the rest of the card is stacked like a thing of Pringles. That's the best thing I can say in this possible moment.
Straight.
But
Once you
we have
pop,
to
you
figure out
can't stop.
if John Cena will survive one more match with the Beast incarnate. He has been gone for a while and he is out for blood, but we're about to get into all that fun stuff and more right now. Let's get it.
Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah! Woo! Woo! Welcome to the Wrestling Realm Now podcast, where we take a deeper dive into the world of professional wrestling. Now, I'm your host, yours truly, the big man himself,
The big man.
Dwayne Allen is in the building, and he is your host, Mr. Super Producer, Mr. Has the third brother Hugh, A to the A to the S, P to the A to the E, 3 to the R to the D is in the building, and he is your host. Not just any guy, but the Belt King, Brandon the Guy will be in the building, and he is your host, the heart and soul, the founder, the creator of all this craziness, and still, after all these years, a heel in 2025 as we work our way into 2026.
Hollywood!
Woo!
Brian H. Waters is in the building. Stop laughing, brother Hugh, and welcome.
Hey,
to
man.
Wrestling
Brian is a
Now.
funny guy.
What is so
Oh,
funny?
boy. See, you got him laughing at you already, Brian. That's what you got going on. We got 5 minutes into the intro. He's already busting the gun. Brian, he's just fresh in here with his Morgan t-shirt. Somebody,
Yes, sir.
coming.
Right.
Are we gonna
I
get
just
another?
look. I ain't gonna hold you.
Uh
I was like, bro, let me just throw on something.
huh. Okay. All right.
I feel like looking for a wrestler shirt. It's been one of them weeks.
Well, look,
What?
man, it's fitting because it's homecoming season. I know a lot of high schools are gearing up for it, and it's almost
It's
like
HBCU night tomorrow.
I was about to say.
It is, right?
I ain't got the energy to go. I'm gonna relax this weekend, so I'm gonna let y'all know now. If ain't no clips out, bye.
Come on, bro.
That's I don't want to give the brand. I don't, free advertisement. So I don't want to keep drinking. So
I told you not to get in the first place.
But look, I love them again.
Oh wow. Okay.
It is from Family Dollar. I love them again.
Okay.
Well, listen, we are back again, and we are definitely set up for another action-packed weekend of professional wrestling madness. Now, don't get me wrong, we had a little bit of fire going on this week as well, but we'll save that for the segment that we affectionately call "What Did You Watch?" But brothers, how are you guys feeling? We're back again for another week. We have a major moment, another history milestone that, of course, us as professional wrestling fans get to experience once again in WWE. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't mean to jump the gun. I know I'm breaking protocol, but all I know is that Jey Uso was like a highlight on Sports Center. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. It's okay. We're going to get into all that and more. I said, why are we seeing wrestling clips on ESPN? But I realized, like, this is what's about to go down. We are officially crossed over into the world of sports. So thank you all for welcoming us, sports entertainment folks into the world. But I mean, I think we deserve a round of applause.
Yeah.
God dang it, brothers, we did
Justin just said, grab your chicken box at half and half. I got a confession.
Chicken box and half.
Uh-oh.
Salt, pepper, ketchup, hot
was
sauce.
looking at why you sound like you echo, like you got on a bunch of highs.
I don't think it's him.
It's not me.
Mm-hmm.
I hear
the
crunch of the. I don't know.
Is it me?
I see you got another case there though. That you was taking, but
Yeah.
no. So he talking about chicken boxes.
Mm-hmm.
So I was on good old publication, beautiful publication, Baltimore Banner. Shout out to them. They featured the rum earlier this year. Wow, that was this year. And they mentioned the top 5 chicken boxes. So they said number 1 was Parks. So I had to go take a trip. I had to go take an unwanted trip back downtown on Friday because somebody said that this Xbox was great. Clearly it wasn't. So I had to go take it back.
Wow.
And I went to Parks Chicken Box. Or Park Spot. And I have to say, across the street from Lexington Market, that might be the best goddamn chicken box I had. I am.
That's how praise coming from a Baltimore guy.
Right.
It's different when out of town people say stuff like that, but you're from here and you
That's
say
what,
that means something.
I saw the list and I'm like, wait, well, how is they gonna make a list? Like that's just hearsay, she say, but when they publicize it, it's a different. But because that's one of the things, the conversations we have amongst brothers,
Sure.
But I had to check it out, and I was like, okay, Parks is up there, and y'all know I love Stokos and Sonny's, but yeah,
I ain't been to Sonny's in forever.
I know.
Well, a lot of people haven't. It just got back. They with the new shopping center across
It's
the street.
still it's a little gentrified, but it's still the same chicken box. It's just on the other side, across the street.
Right. Closer to
Oh,
campus.
that's true. I forgot Sonny's was over there. I mean, clearly was definitely one of the few shops that was in the previous.
I think they're the only one that survived.
They might be. They're the last Mohicans. No, the gas station survived.
Yeah,
You're right.
Gas stations.
because even McDonald's is renovated.
Yeah. They gutted that out and made it new. So, but like I said, this is one of those weeks. It's homecoming week. There's a lot going on, but we are here to discuss this major PLE this weekend. Wrestlepalooza, a name that was originally given to one of the ECW pay-per-views from back in the 90s, adapted for today's product as they make their way into Indianapolis for this is supposed to be a big one. But before we get into all that stuff, let's not waste any time. Let's just jump right into the show and ask our co-hosts Apollo Creed and Rocky Balboa to ceremoniously get this show started the correct way. Gentlemen, could you go ahead and do us the honors of ringing the bell?
Want to ring the bell? Ding, ding.
All right. Every week we do a segment on the Wrestling Realm Now podcast entitled, What Did You Watch? Now, what is the point of what did you watch? I'm glad you asked. We always have the discussion about what in the heck we watched all week to get our minds and our hearts prepared to have the conversation that we usually have on a Wednesday based off whatever topic it may be. So this is no different, especially with WWE Wrestlepalooza, and a lot happened this week as well. So let's jump into my favorite segment, What Did You Watch? Brought to you by our good friends at SeatGeek.
If you're looking to purchase tickets to concerts, live shows, sporting events, and more, head over to SeatGeek.com where you can use our promo code Wrestling Realm for any one-time purchase of $50 or more. That's promo code Wrestling Realm on any one-time purchase of $50 or more.
Gentlemen, what did you watch? Good brothers. Who in the heck wants to talk about what they watch? I know what I watched, and I got a feeling I know what you guys watch too, but like I said, I'll give you guys the space to decide to have a conversation about what it is you want to have the conversation about. So, good brothers, what did you watch? What are we talking about this week?
I watched the greatest booker on TV.
Okay, see, that's what I was alluding to.
And his best friend,
Tony Khan?
the other one. No,
I mean,
HBK.
Oh, okay.
he said Tony Khan.
Bro, when Triple H said, maybe I want to come back or whatever he said, I was like, no, stay away.
Oh yeah,
We good down here.
Brian H and Triple H not on the same page right now.
We good down here. I mean, but an incredible homecoming. Golly, man.
That's
You know,
tough.
even now, I didn't care for Ciampa's like facial stuff, but
I didn't
at the
get
end
it.
of the day,
Not war games. Why do you have that on?
yeah, you know, I was gonna root against him and Gargano regardless because they're not for me, but they have a purpose, so it's good. You know, I need people to root against at the end of the
You
day.
are a hater. Let me
No,
put
it's
that
just
out there.
I like them fighting each other. I don't like them teaming up. You know, just like me and brother Hugh back in middle school. It was always better when I was giving him leg drops on
That's
the
crazy.
concrete than us shaking hands and giving 3Ds to the sixth graders. But it was
You guys pretty active, weren't you?
It's crazy.
they wanted to be a part of DHB, man, the Hot
Hey,
Boys.
that's he took it back. That's crazy.
The hot boys.
The Hot Boys. It was us, and then the girls was DHG. The black
Oh, my
girls.
God.
They had, and the white girls were called the Ferris. Hey, hey, now see, I'm mad at them because I was supposed to go to the concert. I've been waiting to get to this concert. It was supposed to be my birthday weekend. It's pushed all the way back to November.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, I was enjoying. I enjoy seeing Trick and Mellow Gang. I mean, just the women. And first of all, the way it started off, you bring in Regal, and then you bring in Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, and I was just like, dang, man, with them right there with Triple H. Sasha's the only person missing from that epic WrestleMania 30 entrance. You know, but it was great. People even shout out to our homie Will Mahoney. I think it was Will who tweeted, you know, missed opportunity. It would have been nice to see an Alexa in the old gear when she was like Little Miss Bliss. I understand why she wasn't because, you know, clearly, you know, she's a bigger star. But I just, you know, give me one of those shows like every 6 months. You know what I mean? Just a nice little touch up, or every sweeps month or whatever. Just, you know, it was just great to see. You know, clearly NXT is a great show. It's doing well, but sometimes it's just cool to see people come home, especially such a huge, monumental foundation. I mean, granted, a lot of stuff was over 10 years ago, but it's just, man, it was just phenomenal.
I agree. Everybody looks like $1 million. You know what I mean? Just you look at all the pillars. I would have loved to have seen a few more, but you know, obviously with so much time. And one of the things that I noticed about it is like I selfishly wanted to see more former NXT talent, but you know, they still gave the show to their current talent, which was really, really good. Because it was enough to keep me there for the entire show. It's not like I saw my favorites and then left. But shout out to guys like Tyler Breeze that still has it. You know what I mean? And he has always fit that role. Like he was one that like, okay, he didn't actively retire, but he wasn't necessarily considered a full-time competitor in WWE, but he was still working for WWE. He was still doing up, down, down. And then like when you look at how he performed, Tyler Breeze's best run was in NXT, but NXT was so good that actually counts for something now. You know what I mean? It's not like he's a guy that didn't make it, but it's like, no, he had his best run there. And for him to have the match that he did, I was like, yep, Tyler Breeze still doing what Tyler Breeze does.
Part of the building block, man.
Yeah, and then it was fun to see stuff like that. It was fun to see Finn come back out. I wanted to see Shinsuke. Didn't see Shinsuke. I'm not sure what that's about.
You talk about somebody feeling good. Finn came out there. He was just like, bro, he was loving it. He was
like,
loving it.
Good to do that again.
He said, man, I miss being a good guy.
Yeah.
I love Finn Balor, bro.
It's been a while since he's kind of got a chance to like do his own stuff. You know, he's been Judgment Day for a long time now, and he's kind of he's really, I don't want to say he saved that faction, but he kind of spearheaded that role, and he just turned it. He's had like 4 different iterations of it, and all of them have worked in its own space. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's very Bullet Clubbish. So I'm not surprised, brother. How did you feel about NXT Homecoming? I know I kind of piggybacked off what Brian said, but how did you feel? You know, getting a chance to kind of have a nostalgia moment, but still, you know, of course, obviously being in Full Sail, which was definitely different. The sound was different. The audience seemed like they're a little bit more rowdier. You know, it might have just been me or just the night, but how did you feel about NXT Homecoming? It's some other things that you want to see, people you missed, or were you satisfied with everything they gave us?
I was actually satisfied with everything they gave us. I feel like I wanted to see more black and gold, people from black and gold era, but I get it.
Like who?
You know,
put you on the spot. You know,
why didn't we see Bailey? You know, why they didn't even mention Sasha. I mean, I know you can't. You know what I mean? But
said 4 horsewomen.
They did, but they named them all and didn't name Sasha. But like,
no, they named some. Who else did they name that wasn't on the show anymore?
Ember.
Amber
Yeah,
Moon.
Amber Moon. So
Yeah.
yeah. So I was just like, all right, well, okay, give her props too. But for what they gave us, I was excited, and I like what I saw. I'm just eager to see like what's coming next because I've been calling for this TNA invasion angle for a while. Even
Yeah.
since first when we first got this partnership going, I was like, look, all right, let's go, let's get it going.
Yeah.
So now, hopefully, we don't get an invasion angle 2.0 like we did with Vince McMahon. But
They'll never be that bad.
hey
Yeah.
man, you know Triple H though. He's a historian. He'd like to go back and redo stuff. So
He
we'll
definitely
see.
like doing like do-overs.
Right, we'll see.
He don't do it right.
Nah, see, he's probably
Well,
Rinse and repeat.
well. Let's see. Let's see because now we got HBK down here running the show. He'll probably do it better for
does Nick
sure.
Nimitz does Nick Nimitz show up?
I mean, I would love
That
for
could
him
be your
to,
back
but
pocket though.
to be honest, he probably doesn't because he's in that little tag team with his brother and he's doing other things right now. He's not really, he doesn't seem to be worried with the WWE.
I could
Well,
see him showing up though.
if
That's
if
true.
if it makes you feel any better, Matt Hardy, who he's also in that feud with, he
Mhm.
spoke out about it as well.
Oh, he did. I didn't see that. I
And I
didn't
was
see
like,
that.
okay,
So maybe, hopefully, we'll see. We'll see. I see. Mustafa, he came out, said something, and
he
I also
spoke out
saw it.
for some stuff.
What's his face? Baby Randy. Didn't he do the zigzag?
He did.
I was
Disrespectful.
like, look at this man. Y'all
Cassie
disrespecting my boy.
said something too. One of the Iconics
Mhm.
about just how they keep running roughshod over NXT keep running, and it looks it sounds like she's being upset, but these people love the business,
Right.
and when they be working, man, they be
And it's,
working.
and it's huge for TNA to kind of rise up a little bit, especially now that they've kind of openly said that AEW is competition to them.
And
Like,
you
okay.
remember when AEW did the crossover, how it felt like Kenny Omega went there and just said, I'm taking your belts, taking your belts. And, some of us was just like, well, TNA could use this. But it didn't.
They had nothing else going on during the pandemic.
They didn't. But it did feel so lopsided.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
This doesn't feel that way. One, because we're seeing TNA talents on WWE PLEs.
Mhm.
And on the WWE programming, and we've been seeing it that way, and it just feels more balanced, especially the way Trick Williams is carrying that TNA championship, which I think is just best for him because he still has a lot of growing to do, and I mean that's
Sure.
just also come with time, right?
Yeah.
Like you got to people remember he was a football player, NFL player, so
Right.
there's that learning curve, but he got what you can't teach is the charisma. Is the stardom. So now he can, because after a while, NXT, when you do so much stuff, it's like, all right, what's next? Well, that TNA serves as that perfect bridge for him. And, quite frankly, I wouldn't mind him and Oba trading that title. I just don't see a up and rising until I'm ready to see Leon Slater in that spot. And this is me speaking just off the top of my head, not having the Impact roster in front of me. I'm just not a fan of like Mike Santana being a TNA champion right now.
Yeah, I have a question. I want you brothers to tell me how you feel about this. Am I
Mhm.
wrong for being overly excited about the fact that I enjoy all the former NXT for the former WWE guys in TNA? I'd rather see them on TV than a lot of the TNA guys that they have. I'm okay with it, but like I enjoy the overload of former WWE talent in TNA because I just think they naturally fit more. They have a place to actually go and actually shine.
You call it the place of misfits.
I mean, but like, at the end of the day, it's literally all like former WWE talent. But I'm like, but they fit so well in that system. It's a smaller space.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, to me, that was the foundation of what TNA was in the first place. Now, TNA had a lot of up and coming talent that was like really, really good that nobody knew about.
Yeah.
Versus TNA's got there's a lot of like, I guess the word, they're not independent or global veterans. These are like kind of people up and coming, like just getting started ish. That's the biggest difference. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I
like it. You look at people like Amara Sade or AJ Francis, right? Put them there, let them just kind of, really
Still
get their
develop.
footing going. Yeah. And you getting television time, which is at a premium.
Sure.
You being on a You know, you being in a safe ring, you being in a safe environment, you getting a built-in audience. Okay, you know, it's not the 500, 600 that you would get on the indies. You're getting at least, you know, quite a few thousand.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You
and
get your
then
reps in.
you get your reps
There you
in,
go.
Yeah.
and you on Pluto TV.
Rex.
You know,
Oh
so
yeah, that's my brother. TD on Pluto, but yeah, I forgot. They definitely got a TNA channel.
it comes on like what 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later. But you know,
Yeah.
before there was the WWE channel, you know, my joint was stay on TNA for a while.
Mine was too. It was definitely the Impact channel. That's how I kept
Yeah.
up with stuff.
Right, you know, it's like, oh, I missed this match from a few weeks ago. You know, I saw,
Mm-hmm.
you know, Mr. Nemeth over there doing his thing. So I
Did
think
did he have white boots on?
Yeah, he did. He did. He did.
Oh,
He
yeah,
did.
yeah, probably.
He's been rocking the white boots. I've been making sure.
All
Yeah,
right.
you
Oh,
been talking
okay.
to him?
Yeah, I've been talking
You
to
been
him.
calling him up
I
like,
had to
yo,
text him.
They like, hey man, remember we talking about the white boots, right? Just hoping you didn't forget.
my
Right.
man did like this. The brother here, like, you all right? You know, I was like, they,
She always want to get in the conversation.
Yeah.
yeah, because you know it's programmed for me to go to bed, and
All right,
it
well.
just it cuts off, you know,
I get you.
the lights.
TNA, who dethroned Trick Williams? Because Trick Williams is probably one of the best homegrown talent coming out of WWE in a long time. Like former athlete in other sport turned wrestling star.
Far as on the male side,
Yeah, as far as the male's concerned. You
yeah,
know,
because
in
they
the space
haven't
segments
done
now.
them well. If we being honest,
I mean,
Who's-
they started NXT saying like, look, man, the women have always been the backbone, but
Yeah.
they were right. Like they've developed the most female superstars in all of wrestling. Like all the heavy hitters came from NXT.
That's true.
but like, yeah, when you think about the men, I'm really trying to think
Like
outside of
homegrown.
Roman.
Yeah, Roman's one.
That's
you know,
probably everybody else was.
he doesn't count though. He has wrestling pedigree. in his system. Does that
Okay,
count?
Big E.
Big E's one. He came from
And,
football.
and think about how long ago those guys have been. We're talking over 10, 12 years.
True.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
yeah. And
He's definitely a big one. Major
Trick got the same pedigree. I mean, Baron Corbin.
one. No, Baron Corbin was never a
Yeah.
star. He was forced.
Huh?
He was never a star.
Well, okay, but he was solid. I'm gonna give him solid. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he was. I mean, don't get me
and
wrong,
now
he
we're gonna
was
put Trick
solid, but-
over him, but
Sure, of course.
he made it. You know, he made to the main roster. He had
He was
generation
nobody's
heat.
NXT.
He was a
no
top heel at
NXT
one point in
champion.
time.
Yeah, he was top of hill. Corbin's good. He's really, really good. King Corbin, you know. And you know, I wasn't a Baron Corbin fan, but he cut the hair, he became a constable, you know. But yeah,
That was-
outside of those guys, you know,
Over
everybody.
family, obviously.
Yeah, well, you know, he's still growing, but yeah. All those other guys have been everybody else that we think about from the NXT, the best. Like I said, you know, yesterday I did like my Mount Rushmore, which I'm gonna join CM Punk in not calling it Mount Rush no more, Mushmore, and call it the Six Grandfathers because he gave us a history lesson on the show he was on, and he said they cover it up, but then it also gives you two more people. But you know, my Mount Rushmore is Finn Balor, Sami Zayn, Adam Cole, Obafemi. Obafemi is
Hold
one
on.
who's
I gotta get a pen. I gotta write.
Yeah, he said that kind of fast. Man. I'm gonna write that down.
All right. So you said, I'm sorry, because now I gotta write mine down. Now,
of course.
Yeah, and
So I brought it to the table.
Yeah, no, this is perfect because I want to know your criteria and why
Mm-hmm.
you chose these gentlemen, and I think I'm going to choose mine live on this show.
Yeah.
So go ahead. You said, oh, we got brother guy in the building. Hey, brother guy, nice for you to join us. Oops, sorry. So go ahead, brother guy. We're in the middle of what did you watch? And Brian, and we've been talking about NXT Homecoming. And Brian Nace said he is joining your favorite wrestler, CM Punk, and no longer calling it the Mount Rushmore, but the grandfathers,
The Six Grandfathers.
six grandfathers. And he of NXT, and Brian Nace just named his, and I've decided right.
This is
here
my
on
last
show.
official Mount Rushmore. Everything's gonna be Six Grandfathers from now on.
Okay, so we're going out with a bang. A last official Mount Rushmore, and he named his four of NXT
For the men.
For the men, and he's going to tell us why he chose those guys and the criteria that was met because of that. And I'm probably going to do the same thing. I got a pen, I got a piece of paper, so you came in just in time. So Brian H, I think he's all caught up. Let's proceed. Now you said, I'm sorry.
So yeah, mind you, I'm doing this during the show. I'm live tweeting. I'm in the nostalgia moment. I'm being shout out to my brother Cal. I'm being a nostalgia freak for NXT. I'm really enjoying the show. And
You right now.
Huh?
That's a
and,
multi-disc commentary.
and as I'm doing this, I'm thinking like, okay, who are 4 guys when I think of NXT that I want to put them on the board and say this represents this company? Who are people who made me watch? Who are different staples, different eras, right?
Yep.
So today's era, Obafemi, you look at him holding the title,
So you
unbeatable,
do it by era.
sort
Okay.
of by era-esque, right?
Sure.
And then I think about the person who held the title multiple times, somebody who was a staple, somebody who, you know, for me personally, I enjoyed when he was down there and my daughter was little and she was just a little baby and we would do the thing, Finn Balor, right? And so when Finn Balor did the thing last night, I marked out like crazy.
We all
So, yeah. So then I think about Sami Zayn, right? And I had trouble because I was like, but Sami was the one who like was the glue from the Hulu era into the network era, right? And he finally won the big one. So that's the reason why he's on. And then I think about, obviously, him introducing the American audience to Shinsuke Nakamura with that banger of a match that stole the show.
It definitely did. So
At the time, the biggest WrestleMania, the largest WrestleMania audience at WrestleMania 32 that weekend, Sami Zayn, and then of course
Sammy was leaving that weekend, right?
he was leaving.
He was going to the main roster right after that. Yeah.
And then one
That's
of my
good.
favorite wrestlers, one of my favorite people I've got a chance to speak to in wrestling, the one and only, the longest reigning NXT champion, Adam Cole. So those are my men, and you know, so just take that, and I'll give you the women really quick. 4 horsewomen, they all going on there. I'm putting them out and I'm putting their faces in one slot, right?
Okay. 4 horsemen.
One slot.
Same.
Then I gotta go with the woman who is just unbeatable, Asuka.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
I'm going to the woman who should have pinned her, but she didn't. Ember Moon.
Okay.
And then last, I mean, come on. When she showed up last night, I went crazy. Shayna Baszler.
Okay.
And this was tough. And I welcome all conversations. You know, I got a couple of replies that people had theirs, and I was like, oh, okay, I respected everybody's list. It's like, you know, it's at the end of the day, it's a mountain that when people talk about Mount Rushmore, the real Mount Rushmore means nothing if we're being honest, because they really should have redid it after so many years. Even if you look back then, you know, they threw people up there. They just let's just throw some presidents up there. Ain't like this. So we put more Mount Rushmore. Whenever we talk about it sports wise, we give it more credibility than the real mountain in the middle of the country.
Okay. All right. Now, as you were saying it, I was listening to your criteria, Brian H, and I'm like, okay, this makes sense. Now, I have 3 guys, and I'm undecided about my 4th.
That's the part.
So
That's the hardest part right there. Talk to me.
I'm going to ask if anybody else has theirs, or if anybody already has their 4, then you can go ahead, and then I'm gonna go if that's the case, and I need help figuring out this last space right here. So does anybody else already have their 4 Mount Rushmore, or are they still thinking it through? Anybody else?
It sounds like no.
Okay, all right, Brother Hugh, your mic is tapped out on you again. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, so here's mine. What about you, brother guy? Do you have 4, or are you still like mulling it over?
4 overall.
Just Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
Like, if you don't have it right now, it's okay.
No, I do. And is there echo? I hear echo. Is that me?
You're fine.
Okay.
It's not as protruding as you might think it might be.
Okay. So mine is actually. I could only choose 4 because NXT is the thing that I always come back to and I like. Definitely top of the list, Shinsuke Nakamura. Without saying. I'm torn between the next one because I want to put him on here for multiple reasons because he was such a bridge between a lot of things. Tommaso Ciampa. He's been the bridge for a lot of tag team. And then how many times did he keep being the face of it and he kept coming back even not being champion?
Right.
Next one, I gotta agree with Hollywood about Adam Cole.
Mm-hmm.
But the last one, I'm kind of biased because I want to put Trick Williams, but I gotta go with Finn Balor.
Okay. Yeah.
I want to put Trick, but I gotta put Finn because Finn, almost for the same reason as Ciampa. You can't say NXT without saying Finn Balor. You can't really. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Go continue.
Because he had 3 different runs. People say, "Oh yeah, his second run." No, he had 3 different runs when you think about it. Because he had Finn Balor, the Demon, and then Prince Devitt. Well, Prince when he came back. So I remember how special the Demon was, and how excited I was to see what would happen on Raw, SmackDown when he did it. Shinsuke, without a shadow of a doubt, we knew what he could do in Japan, and the way that he was introduced, the way he was booked, him and Bobby Roode just so great together. Good dance partners. I remember seeing them live, and the whole, I hate that word aura because it's used too much, but when his music hit live and the crowd just wouldn't let him say nothing because they kept singing his song, and you could tell he's like, you could tell he wants to do something, and that back bend when he did it, you would have thought that was like the greatest thing ever when he went back, and just seeing it live, just you were captivated. Adam Cole, because the indie darling proved himself, and there's a whole different thing I can say about that. But not only did he prove himself, he proved himself that he could be the brand with the faction as the brand leader and as the person that could put over anybody else with it. And
except Karrion Kross, because he rang the bell.
He killed Karrion Kross. That was the see. That proves the point.
The first time,
yeah, like he was that daggone good. They said, "Why did we give him a mic?" You know, so it was like, "Ooh, we shouldn't have did that." So that's why I'm kind of torn between adding Trick on the list, but I feel like Trick has to be honorable mention because we saw him grow up, we saw him come to it, and he's just going to keep getting better. So a few years from now, we'll be able to say that. I can't put him yet, but I'm gonna go with Shinsuke, Ciampa, Adam Cole, and Finn.
So when you saying is that when we do the grandfathers, the 6 grandfathers, he's on the list, Trick Williams.
So yes, but I'm gonna give you this caveat. Like in championship culture, we talk about who wore it better. If you go just by the title, he's wore it better because there's only been him and Oba with that championship. You get what I'm saying? Like if you had to do by title, like automatically when I'm looking at the original, Shinsuke comes to mind.
Really?
Yes, yeah. Finn comes to mind, but Finn made it more about the Demon than the title for that first one. Now, when it comes to the gold, Ciampa made Goldie important. Adam Cole made me pay attention. And it was like each of them brought something different that the previous champion or the other champions didn't. I was focused on both.
I can't help this. Sorry. I just had I'm a butt in the Brother Hughes territory. I got a producer mindset. What I would like to see. Brother Guy walk around in a rapid fire motion with the camera, and each belt spitfire the names. Who represents that belt?
Oh, so who wore it better? Rapid fire.
Take the camera to every belt in the room and just tack down.
Yep, just do the name, and then Brother Hugh insert some B-roll over it. You know, I'm gonna do like people do me. You know, this is how you gotta do it, and then add extra work. But yeah, Brother Hugh be like, so he go like, oh, Andre the Giant, Goldberg, Mr. Perfect, boom, 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 boom.
That'd be fire. Nice little.
See, y'all, look. This is what we say. I mean, I'm giving y'all free game here, man. Come on, man. Brother Guy walk around the internet will mark out, man.
Yes, especially the belt, folks.
Exactly.
I'm intrigued. I want to see it. brother Guy's got a few championships that he's that we don't see every week. So we see the ones on the wall, but there's a few that I think people will be interested to see what he has to say. Now, the Bray Wyatt scary belt doesn't count. We already know belt.
Without a shadow of doubt, nobody could wear it. He said, "Oh no." But do I have to do the women? Now, do I have to do the women because the women is tough?
No, yes, that's the point. It's tough. And then we're gonna send all the women's wrestling community at you in your comments.
Because no matter what you say, it's gonna be.
That's what you. Yeah, look, make them send the negative joints to boost the algorithm. Yeah, man.
All right, so the four women, right?
Yeah,
who you got?
Only 4. All right, so I'm definitely
And I
gonna say,
cheated. You can't cheat like me. I already took that. I took
Nah,
that
that's
cheat.
cheating. All right, well, that's
Wow,
I
what
molded
you
their face into one.
it's gonna
Oh.
be there. All right, go ahead.
so I say definitely Oscar. That goes without saying. And if you say Oscar, I gotta put Bailey in the same category.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna say Ember Moon. And then if I had to go last, not as it's a disc say she's last, but it's a special place in my heart for Kyrie Sane. Because I
I was
almost
about to
said
say Summer
EO.
Rae.
No,
Say
I almost said
Summer Rae.
EO because people don't realize, like, when I think about NXT women, when the tag team titles is introduced, it really made me pay attention. Okay, who are these makeshift tag teams? But EO was there, but Kyrie with that pirate gimmick, the
Pirate Princess.
what you call it, the tournament when she won the tournament versus her and Shayna Baszler, it felt like the best combination of who is this woman? Here's the introduction. This is why you should care. Her story was so captivating from that tournament to a year later Evolution. I can go back and watch that Evolution match with them two before I watch anything else on Evolution. So I feel like she has a special place, and I keep thinking, are we going to get back to that? We starting to see her character range. We starting to see some character work from her. But definitely, them four, you can't say NXT Women's Division. Yes, you can say Sasha Banks. You can say Charlotte. But were they that in NXT? Sasha was as good as... Yeah, Sasha was as good as Bailey, and Sasha was as good as her dance partners, right? Not taking away from what she's done moving forward. But Bailey had to stand on her own when everybody else was gone. And she proved it. And she kept proving
She
it.
held it down.
Yeah. And then even so, think about all the matches that she had. She was always in a marquee moment. Asuka the same way. That Goldberg run done right. The Goldberg run done effective. It wasn't just squash match. It was actually wrestling clinics. So the fact that all her peers gave her props. And Ember, I think they had to move her and Asuka away from each other because who want to follow that if them two was a wrestler?
No.
Like, think about it. They were like, I'm not doing that. What do you think I'm doing?
I think back
Heck
then
no.
the shows were only an hour, weren't they?
Yeah. And think about it. If you had them, they would have to be the main event. You couldn't do nothing else.
No.
And think about it. Ember, even when she went back, that tag team division became something because of, okay, let's put it together. Shotzi wasn't that well known, but guess what? That time it was like, oh, it's a Shotzi. She's here.
Okay.
But
All right. There you have it. That's Brother Guy. He's got his Mount Rushmore, his final one, because we're calling it the grandfathers now. What about you, brother? You got it figured out, Chad? What are you thinking? Okay, he's still trying to figure it out. He's having technical difficulties still. Yeah, we having a hard time seeing you. It's okay. You can
well,
get it
he
figured
said
out.
Dolph Ziggler first. You know, he said Dolph Ziggler. He said Dolph.
He's
he
like,
said
man,
he said Bo Dallas.
no.
Who
stop
else?
it.
Dolph Ziggler,
Yeah.
Bo Dallas. Oh, these guys.
Can we all agree that Bo Dallas is the worst NXT champion of all time?
Worst gimmick or just worst champion?
Just worst gimmick. You know, it wasn't his fault. Bo Dallas is talented. I'll get out. But
Well, remember,
here's-
Adrian Neville didn't have a gimmick either. He was
no,
just
Vince wanted
champion.
Vince wanted him to be Mighty Mouse. So
No, I'm saying in NXT he was just champion.
yeah, he's just Adrian.
That's what it is. He was just champion.
He flipped around a lot, but that's like I said, it's Vince McMahon's fault. He wanted him to be Mighty Mouse. But here we go. Because my males, I have conflict. I need you brothers to help your boy out. But then, we're gonna move on and get into Wrestlepalooza. We're not gonna be here all day, I promise. For the women, Mount Rushmore, NXT, the pillars, the foundations. We're talking Charlotte, Bailey, Asuka, Sasha Banks. The only reason I don't have
Becky
Lynch is because Becky Lynch became an even bigger star outside of NXT versus Charlotte became a superstar in NXT. Bailey and Sasha became superstars in NXT, and the freaking Asuka, to me, like I was exposed to Asuka as a superstar in NXT.
Yeah.
Versus Becky Lynch became a superstar, surpassed anything she ever did in NXT. Like she evolved.
She had to hit the reset. Let's be honest, though. You know,
A couple times.
Yeah, like I'm sitting here. I got this playlist on where she first won the SmackDown Women's Championship, and she still had the red hair. Yeah,
she was still steampunked.
Yeah,
remember that was a thing in cosplay,
right. And I remember, and I always think about that SmackDown the month before we saw the man develop, and she lost in the Money in the Bank qualifier match. I was sitting next to Corey, and he was like, "Bro, they gotta get Becky going. What is going on?" Like that was a match we thought she was gonna win. She lost to Mandy Rose. Next thing you know, she snaps. Boom, snaps on Charlotte. The man is slowly but surely born. The rest is history. She becomes a megastar. So yeah, I definitely would not have her if I was doing individually on the list. But
nope, not at all.
Yeah, because like I said,
she come back in all out. Nope.
Now,
but the thing about Becky that got her,
really good,
they tried to do it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you sound good over there.
They tried to.
I tried to take after you. I'm trying to sound like you, buddy.
Sorry, brother guy. I knew it was them. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, but the thing about Becky,
that's all.
they tried to change her character so many times. Nothing was working. And then it said, make her a heel. Because the crowd was behind the song, but that's all we had. And then it was like, you weren't cheering for me, you weren't this. We're like, no, but you're beating Charlotte. We're okay with that. No, keep beating Charlotte. It's fine. You know, it was during that time. It was like,
see, there you go starting stuff. See, now you bridging. Because now I got to ask a question. How do y'all feel about the new song?
It's perfect. It's perfect
ever since the CFOs left, I have not been a fan of a lot of WWE's music. It serves its purpose, but I feel
perfect for her.
It's gonna be forgettable because once she turns into a good guy again, they're gonna go back. See, they didn't do that before, but like Triple H era was like, all right, well, that's what the fans want. Just give it to him. Remember AJ Styles tried to change his music, and everybody like, you didn't even know.
Stop it.
You didn't know who's coming out. You're like, whose music is this again? Oh shoot, it's AJ.
Yeah, y'all remember how Goldberg changed his music?
No, I don't.
It was a brief in WCW.
Yeah, it was. I
don't remember.
It was like some sort of like, and I remember. Shout out to my homie Daryl. He was like, "Yo, I swear they just lost the tape for like a few weeks because it wasn't the. It was when he was like fighting with the NWO. This is after the Finger Poke of Doom.
Yeah,
so think back when everybody's fully tuned in to Stone Cold going against Austin and going against Vince and Shane for company of WCW around that era.
They completely broke down Goldberg and then said, "Oh shoot, we need him." And they tried. I remember. I was like, "Oh, don't try to build him up now." He's
trying to humble him.
Back in the United States Championship ladder matches with Scott Hall and Sid Vicious. I'm like, "Come on, man, y'all tore him down." And we're like, "Oh crap, we got to make money. This ain't working." But anyways, so here we go, and here's my pillars of NXT. Finn Balor.
Let's talk about it.
Kevin Owens. Tommaso Ciampa. Now, there's two guys in the last two slots that I'm like, I'm not sure who I should choose. One is Samoa Joe.
Sound like me.
And one is Adam Cole.
See, I would. That was.
Here's my problem, though. I'm gonna tell you why. I need you guys to help me convince which one I should choose. On one hand, the reason I chose Finn Balor was because he made a name for himself in NXT, but his last run was the one to me, that was my favorite run of all of Finn Balor. Like, I mean, if anything he's ever done, main roster, Judgment Day. The merger of Finn Balor, the character, and Prince Devitt in that second run of NXT, to me, is that still to this day my favorite Finn Balor run. That he was what he did, especially during that time period when they needed a star. Kevin Owens, need I say more? He was the first crossover superstar. I mean, he walked into NXT and took it over. Tommaso Ciampa was someone I was not expecting to do what he did, and how he carried the brand and how he kind of led the charge for that next generation that had to follow up behind the Finn Balor's, the Samoa Joes, the Kevin Owens. Like, that was a group that nobody heard about. But when you saw Johnny G and Andrade and after the Bobby Roode and Shinsuke era, you were like, who are these guys? And then the way they just took NXT over, I was like, yeah. Tommaso Ciampa, and I was very impressed with his heel run, his main event space. Now, Samoa Joe, Adam Cole. Samoa Joe, to me, had a career resurgence in NXT. And he always, to me, just fits in these smaller spaces because it was almost like NXT was WWE's version of TNA, if that's what you want to call it. And he fits so well. Even his last run, when he beat Karrion Kross, I think he gave Karrion Kross his best match up to that point. And then he ended up getting hurt or being written off in commentary, and then needless to say. Adam Cole, on the other hand, grabbed NXT by the throat, and he gave us Undisputed Era.
Yes.
Once he got going, I mean, he defined it. He helped define a generation of NXT that stands on its own. So when you talk about eras of NXT, like him, the Johnny Garganos, and like that mix of guys, Tommaso Ciampa, like man, these guys had their time, and they kept it going, and they kept it going during a time where it was commercially successful because they were. This is when they were continually doing takeovers. You go from Samoa Joe and Finn Balor and Steel Cage and freaking Barclays, and then now you got to turn around and then you still got Andrade versus Johnny Gargano, and I was like, I'm not too familiar with these dudes. But then we were like, wait, after that match, I was like, oh, okay, wait a minute, you know what I mean? And then Adam Cole coming into the mix, everybody knew who he was when he got there, and then how he came in the mix for Undisputed Era, like man, he was a pillar, you know what I mean? Especially with the North American Championship, and then of course the NXT Championship. So I'm conflicted with those two. I don't know which direction to go in. I could easily go Adam Cole because Samoa Joe has had other runs elsewhere. And I think Samoa Joe had a really solid main roster run too, outside of winning the WWE Championship, which I felt like he probably should have from AJ. But I think
for the reasons that I said for Finn, you're almost saying it for Samoa Joe. Because he kept coming back and he came back with a purpose. He just didn't come back to put somebody over. He came back to be the face.
And he was the face. The brand. And it made sense.
He kept that momentum going. He made you say, okay, well, what is he doing over here? Oh, this is why. You know what I mean? You could see a different Samoa Joe because think about it. Him and Finn Balor, him and Shinsuke, him and anybody on the roster in the first run you wanted to see. Because these were matchups these are like those dream matchups. But then you had dream set matchups when he came back. You're like, oh, okay. Gotta want to see this too.
Yeah, I hated Samoa Joe all TNA, and then by the time he got to by the time he left TNA and he got to Ring of Honor, then because that was during our era of Ring of Honor, but then that's when Ring of Honor was starting to get depleted. And he was like, okay, NXT's taking off. It was my favorite version of him, until he would go on and continue to do stuff in AEW. He's done excellent in AEW. I've loved his AEW run. Not a fan of all of his dance partners, but Samoa Joe was Samoa Joe. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. Of course, there's guys like Bobby Roode, Shinsuke, Sammy, of course, Johnny Gargano, Andrade. These are guys that I'm like, no, these guys held it down, but
they weren't the guy. Yeah,
it's just like compared to like who took NXT to another level or kept it afloat. You know what I mean? Some guys carried the brand, and some guys were champion. You know what I mean? So like Sami Zayn has surpassed anything he's ever done in NXT. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't look back on his run. To me, that's just the genesis of Sami Zayn because we knew him as El Generico, right?
Right.
And then what he became outside of NXT was much larger. So it's like I'm not going back to watch Sami Zayn's NXT stuff. You know what I mean? So
here's something to consider when you think about their careers. Do we think about them as champion or do we think about them in the in NXT? Because a lot of Sami Zayn matches that we talk about were not for the NXT championship. They were not his title matches. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I'm saying about like Adam Cole. Remember that ladder match for the North American Championship. Yes, perfect decision. But then remember all his other matches in between there. He was interchangeable. So that's what I've been thinking about, like those people that stand beyond the champion.
Well, see, that's the thing. It's for me, it's not about the matches, it's just about the runs. You know what I mean? Like Adam Cole had a career-defining run in NXT. You know what I mean? Like Sami Zayn, to me, NXT was just getting started. Sure, he had great matches, but it's nothing about that goes, oh, I gotta go back. Unless I'm watching Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn go at it. You know what I mean? Because and even then there's so much more that Sammy has done that I could go back and say, okay, let me, versus Finn Balor's run. I'm not going back to watch his Universal Championship match or nothing. I'll go back to say, let me go to his NXT run to see him face off with this and this. And the same thing for a lot of these other guys. Like I'm going back to watch Tommaso Ciampa's NXT run is the only run I'll look at. You know what I mean? I'm not looking at anything else. And Brian H is always talking about him DIY. And I'm like, man, I'd rather him do that because he was the guy in NXT, no pun intended to the guy. And it's like he was never going to get that opportunity to do that on the main roster anytime soon. Him or Johnny Gargano. So I would love to see them go at it for the United States Championship. But it's like, shoot, the main roster audience is just getting familiar with these guys. So it's like as much as we don't realize the separation between a main roster audience versus the NXT audience, it is drastically different. You know what I mean? That's one thing that Vince did have correct. Some guys just surpassed that. You know what I mean? But I don't think that DIY were two of those guys, but they are now because of their work together. So it's like I'd rather at least see them that than Tommaso Ciampa following behind the Miz wearing bright colored gear and stuff like
Oh, I forgot about that.
You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, like that was Vince's way of trying to reintroduce Tommaso Ciampa to the main roster. He was curtain jerking for the Miz. He was Miz's lackey. And I'm like, this isn't Tommaso Ciampa. Like this is not like he comes off of being a heel and Goldie and being kind of insane and willing to do anything to being a lackey for the Miz. It's like, nah. So yeah. So this is
real quick because I'm gonna make graphics and so I can do it now while we simultask. What's your list?
So mine is are we doing both men and women?
Yeah, both. Okay.
For the women, I say Charlotte, Bayley, Asuka, Sasha Banks.
Yep.
For the men, I say Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Tommaso Ciampa, and I'm probably going to say Adam Cole.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's mine. How about
Brandon?
you,
brother?
Brother, are you settled yet? Or are you still situated?
Yeah. I'm good now. Y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah. Do you have yours? Because you didn't get a chance to do yet.
I got, as far as the ladies, I got Asuka, Shayna, Bailey, and of course Charlotte. Men, I have Finn, KO, Adam Cole, and Tommaso.
Yeah, we in the same boat. Yeah,
I love some Tommaso. I love it.
Look, we grew up on Tommaso too. Like it's kind of biased with me. I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't like him then, but
he was right in our backyard, bro. So
I didn't like him when he was in Ring of Honor. So I was so impressed with him. I was like, look at this. This is what he was always trying to do. Because he tried that gimmick in Ring of Honor. He just didn't come off right, but he had that Triple H sauce, Brian H.
He had
that was what the Mohawk Tommaso, right?
Mohawk. I hated that.
That's why him and Alex Shelley was part of the embassy, weren't they?
Right.
At different times.
Yeah.
So
what was yours, Brandon?
Shinsuke, Tommaso Ciampa, Adam Cole, Finn Balor.
Yep, and women,
Asuka, Bailey, Ember Moon, and Kyrie.
Okay, boom, let's get it.
Yeah, it's a lot of good stuff from NXT, and I agree with you guys. That NXT Homecoming was really, really fun because it has been such a revolutionary part of history in the professional wrestling space.
But did you notice some things? They were showing a lot of one-offs. Like they showed Cowboy James Storm in there. They showed a lot of one-off things. Like I was like,
everybody noticed that, but then I was like, well, it kind of was a special moment because at the time that was still kind of shocking. Like he was a TNA staple, you know what I mean? And then he showed up to NXT for like 2 weeks,
buddy. That was
TNA offered him more money. He wanted to have a baby. His wife was like, look, work part-time, get double the money. So he was like, James Storm was like, I'm a businessman. I don't care what 3 letters I work for. But but yeah, I mean, man, just and that was still when NXT was still trying to define itself. So yeah. So like I said, man, NXT Homecoming, excellent job. I know Brian H is not a Triple H guy, but man, what was started and what is going now is amazing. His brother, he shakes his head in disbelief. But we got to get into the main event of tonight's show. We're making pretty decent time because this weekend, good brothers, we have Wrestlepalooza. Let's talk about this, right? We have the first WWE PLE on ESPN. Most likely, the highlights are going to be on SportsCenter the next day. This is awkward because for some strange reason, the sports world is embracing us as one of their own. And the WWE, the way it is, and its crossover appeal and its popularity with the audience, we have been pulled into the complete sports audience. We haven't been separated into the niche audience, and that's what WWE is trying to do. WWE, UFC, everybody involved with TKO Sports, bull riding and stuff like that, PBR. There's so much that people are embracing instead of separating, and this is the first major step for professional wrestling with Wrestlepalooza in Indianapolis this Saturday with WWE. Now we have a loaded card, and we are here to talk about the main event of our show. Is will John Cena survive another match or one more match with the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar? Good gosh, I have no idea what that's going to look like, especially with Brock Lesnar being out of commission for as long as he has, and now coming back, he can be a little reckless. Will he survive one more match? But we have a ton of other matches that we have to preview as well, including the Usos returning. It's crazy because as soon as we get to the weekend, all of a sudden, what does Triple H do? Sorry, Brian H. He starts to sprinkle something else into the mix. So we think this is supposed to be the return of the Usos. This is supposed to be coming out party for two of the youngest superstars in the Bronze, and Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. But yet there's another story that's a brewing, man. Jey Uso is starting to act a little different. He's starting to act a little impatient, a little testing. He keeps making these quiet phone calls to Roman about how he should handle certain things. And it's like, wait a minute now. They've been teasing something. We'll get into that when we discuss this match. But of course, we have this they're probably going to tear the house down. Stephanie Vaquera, I mean, she's on her way to getting Rookie of the Year. And Io Sky, they're arguably calling her the best wrestler in the world right now. Facing off for the Women's World Championship with Trinity Fatu, Naomi being written off TV due to impending, not impending, but because of her pregnancy. She is expanding her family. But now we have a vacant World Championship that must be decided. And goodness gracious, we're going to have Io Sky and Stephanie Vaquera. And of course, Brother Hughes guy, Drew McIntyre. I mean, goodness gracious. He's the greatest plug-and-play main event player there is. This is probably going to be violent. Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is the golden boy of the WWE. And, if there's anything McIntyre can't stand, is anybody else being at the forefront, especially when he feels like he never got his run for a number of different reasons. And majority of those reasons are CM Punk and, of course, the mega couples. I mean, if there was a power couple championship, it will be this match with Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, the man, versus CM Punk and a returning AJ Lee to a WWE ring. Both married couples, all four of them Hall of Fame worthy, and eventually will be facing off in the ring for the first time ever at WWE's first PLE on ESPN. Absolutely bananas. And of course, the main event of our show, John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. The Beast has returned. He's big. He's back. And he's just as jacked as ever. And he's so crazy. He even split his pants and told Stu, the cameraman, so he has no filter and doesn't give a goddamn. What in the world is this going to do? And will John Cena walk away from this thing even with all his limbs after dealing with this monstrosity of a human being that we know as Brock Lesnar? So with that being said, let's just jump right into it. But how are we feeling about this, man? This is a different change for us. This is new. WWE and ESPN partnership finally at Wrestlepalooza, going it down to Indianapolis. You guys looking forward to the show? Of course, it's only 5 matches on the card, but I mean, you talking about substance. Goodness gracious, what are we all looking forward to?
I mean, we have to look forward to our new WrestleMania because we're not getting WrestleMania back. I'm just letting you know. This is it for us. Wrestlepalooza.
Yes.
We're starting a new legacy right now.
Wrestlepalooza.
That's it. There
So
it
we
is.
got, like you said, we got to appreciate Wrestlepalooza now because we're not getting WrestleMania anymore.
That's it, right? We what we say, Brian? You offered up a Super WrestleMania. They said, "Nah, we want the real."
That ain't it.
It's like,
Nah.
you gave us the greatest Royal Rumble and it wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't want that gold plated. I want the real gold, baby.
I want that.
Right.
How about
So,
we
yeah.
give you Super Show? No, it was like no.
No.
We want the WrestleMania. We got WrestleMania at home. No, I want the actual.
Add a few more zeros. Oh, you mean that WrestleMania?
Right.
Oh, you want the real WrestleMania, like the one that happens in April? Okay,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah.
I'll start shipping stuff right now so we can get it.
So
Oh,
yeah,
we
we
already
better
shipped
enjoy it. We better look forward to it because this is what we
We better
get from
get
now
excited.
on. This is the new top 4.
So fans are going to be looking forward to WrestlePalooza, SummerSlam and WrestlePalooza from now on instead of Mania.
See,
Like,
WrestleMania was a Vince creation.
Right.
This is my creation.
Right.
That's
That's the
it's
next promo.
ECW creation, isn't it?
Yeah, not the original bone in his body. Oops.
It's crazy.
Oh, Lord. So let me ask you this, because this is one of those. We don't have no tag team match. We ain't got no Intercontinental. We ain't got no, United States. It's like, nope, it's all meat. They said, here we go.
Hey, yo,
The
you gotta
stakes are
chill.
high. Well, listen, at least I didn't say I wanted his, after Rock wanted his soul, but I want his, that was wild. This is going to be nothing but, this is going to probably get us to the Royal Rumble. This is going to get us to Royal Rumble. That's all I'm gonna
Yeah,
say.
yeah. This
This
is
is the start
intense.
of the Royal Rumble season
It has
because
to.
whew, and think
So,
about all the people in every match has intertwined with each other in some way, shape, or form in different
That's the
ways
scary
throughout
part.
the last 2 years. Like
Yeah.
think about it. Brock, old Cody, slap on the face and say, "Yeah, I couldn't be around WrestleMania, but I still got you." You know what I mean? Like
mhm.
everybody. Was CM Punk still owes Drew a get back? You know, it's so much stuff happening in this one pay-per-view. You think Becky gonna let that women's title match happen? I mean, it's just let me shut up. Like, which
There,
match we
there,
talking about?
there
It's
is a
so
lot.
much going on.
There is a
There's
It's
lot.
so
definitely a
much
lot going
story
on.
happening.
But
And where's Kevin?
they had to pack the show because, like I said, this is our new WrestleMania, and it's the beginning of a new era on ESPN. So you got to do it big or go home.
You
Yeah.
said everybody. If you're not a bigger star, you're not on it.
Right.
Oof, yeah. I mean, this is what you have to look forward to. Like, man, I got to make the Wrestlepalooza. So let's start with the ladies,
It's just
the
crazy.
heavy hitters, man. Io Sky, Stephanie Vaquer is probably I don't have who has when's the last time we've had a rising star in the with the ladies as fast as Stephanie Vaquer? Like she is. I feel like she just debuted last month, and she is hitting the ground running.
Right. Right.
Like she is.
Naomi being pregnant slowed her down. That's the only thing that slowed her
Well,
down.
yeah, that I think that proceed while caution, with caution kind of took off. And but now this has the potential to steal the show, even though I don't think that it will. But I think pound for pound, this may be the best in-ring product that we see this weekend. You
Hmm.
guys agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes,
Absolutely.
100%.
the last person was Bianca Belair, an incredible rookie year. Once she got to the main roster, you think about
Yeah.
getting caught up at WrestleMania the next year, main eventing. But yeah, I think definitely one of the best rookie years we've seen in a while. I mean, dare we say compare her to like her rookie year is like a Kurt Angle and a Brock Lesnar when you really think about it, as far as the accomplishments she has an opportunity to do.
Yeah. No, it's she has been everything as advertised. I wasn't familiar with her before she got there. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, but once she got there, I was like, oh yeah, she didn't take her long to fit in around here.
Mm-hmm.
But who do you think walks away in this? I mean, do we get Stephanie Vaquer started, or do we go right back to Io? Because it's not like people. I mean, she is globally loved everywhere. I've seen every audience she has stood in front of. And I'm gonna tell you the best part about Io Sky is Io has never had to be something besides herself.
100%.
Like all of her Japanese quirks, all the stuff that makes her her. Like she didn't have to adapt to be nothing. Like she didn't have to come be an evil empress, and she didn't have to follow what Oscar did. Even though in the storyline, she's like, Oscar, I'm just trying to do what you did, and Oscar's looking like, you little sister, stop trying to, you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm like, she keeps trying to. She already got Kyrie Zane, and I'm like, I love what they're doing them this week. I mean, you have three of the most deadly professional wrestlers on the face of the planet that are intertwined with each other, and eventually we're going to get. I'm scared we're probably going to get Io and Oscar. That's going to have to main event. And
Thank
it's going
you.
to have to be no holds barred, because if you let them cook, you're an idiot if you think somebody's supposed to follow them too. But what are we looking like? Is this a platform to jumpstart Stephanie, or are we going back to Io to set up something even bigger?
Nah, man, you got to go with Stephanie. Strike while the iron's hot. We always talk about that.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
You think I see now I gotta hit this brother Hughes. So let me ask you a question. So you think in this era, with the way Triple H is doing stuff and his long form storytelling, you think that it's best to strike while the iron is hot, or something that you have to do right now?
Yeah, Stephanie, yes. EO is somebody that you can always go back
Okay.
to be honest. And that's, respectfully. Plus, they're teasing this thing with Oscar. So I feel like somehow, some way, Oscar's going to get involved, and it's going to cause EO to lose her focus, and Stephanie's going to win. And think about it. Think about all the matches that sets up for Stephanie.
Okay.
There's a reason that they dropped that CVV interview a couple days ago.
Mm-hmm.
They interviewing their champion.
Oh, okay.
You get to know your champion, right?
Oh, okay.
So like it just makes sense to me to have Stephanie do it. Like you said, she had one of the best rookie years out there. She was slowed down a little bit because of other things happening.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, I feel like she was supposed to have that championship a while back.
Oh, okay.
But it was other people in the way, to be honest. And that's a good problem to have. But
Right.
yeah, for sure. She's
Okay.
definitely getting this title right here and right now because you're gonna set up matches like her versus Oscar, her versus Rhea. Come on now. We can always go run it back with Io again. We saw it one time on Raw. Was it
True.
Netflix Raw? The first one?
He was still in NXT, remember? And
Yeah,
they got interrupted because neither one of them, they didn't want either one of them to lose. He was the
exactly.
North American champion. No, I'm sorry, she was the NXT Women's Champion, and EO was the World Champion.
Mm.
So yeah,
Okay.
I
yeah,
remember.
it makes sense. The international superstar. I don't know. We had it with Io. Io had it before, but we seen it. We seen it already.
Okay.
No disrespect to her, we seen it already, and we
Mm-hmm.
know she can get right back there just like this,
Yeah, because she's almost dang near untouchable at this point.
untouchable.
So
But this match is gonna be crazy.
yeah, I think this might be the best in-ring match we might see all weekend. But
Yeah.
interesting perspective, brother. I never looked at it that way, but and now I'm interested to see how this plays out. But how about the rest of you guys? What are the rest of you guys feeling about Io Sky and Stephanie Bakar? Which direction do we go in with this particular matchup?
You can always insert EO with any woman on a roster, right?
Mhm.
And that'll be a match that you want to see on Raw or PLE, right?
Okay.
Stephanie was hot. It cooled off a little bit, but here's the thing. You got the international audience that EO already had. Stephanie can go to AAA.
Mhm.
Stephanie can go to NXT. She can go to Raw, SmackDown, and TNA. You still can build up her stock, and people still want to see her. Just imagine her going to AAA as the Women's World Champion. Just imagine her being on the marquee for anything. They're about to do all these international shows still for the end of the year. You need her, and EO still can do the same thing.
True.
So, I mean, I hope that they give it to her, but with that Oscar in the background lingering, I think that EO has other things that she can do while she's taking a break with the championship, well, from the championship, because that Intercontinental title is wrapped up with AJ Lee and what you call it right now. You still
Mhm.
got to have something for them to do. So I really think I hope it's Stephanie at this time.
Okay. How about you, Brian H? How you feeling about this? Who walks away as the new women's world champion at WrestlePalooza?
It's Stephanie's time, man. I think.
Wow, y'all all going with Stephanie.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking, I was kind of torn, but I think there's the thing of, hey, you know what? She probably wasn't gonna get the title. I thought the first matchup was just to get us used to seeing her in the main event, and Naomi would keep it. But yeah, the more I think about it, yeah, I think she gonna win this. I think. Wait,
There's a little seed of doubt been planted.
yeah, because the Oscar factor.
I'm trying to tell you.
You might have to, you might have to drag that out a little bit longer. Yeah, I'm gonna change my pick. I'm gonna go with EO, and they celebrate. But then when EO versus Oscar, that's what we're looking at towards the
I
end
think
of the year.
that's what
Or
I'm
does
thinking.
Oscar cause her the belt, and that's how you get to it?
You
So
could do it
trying to
that way
help.
too. You could
Well,
do it
think
that
about
way
Trying
this,
to
too.
help.
because you got a big thing coming up called War Games, and you still might need Oscar and EO and
Shoot, yeah.
Kyrie on the same page.
Yeah.
I think she caused her the belt.
I think it does eventually lead to her and Oscar, but I think that to me, to take EO to the next level for real, she's got to beat Oscar. Like for the title, because and the only reason I say that is because of what she mentioned. She said, I'm trying to do what you did, and Oscar seems to be offended by the fact she keeps saying that. And I was like, I don't know, like I know we're pushing Stephanie, but I'm like, shoot, we EO's still ascending too. Like
Right.
we're, you know what I mean? So I think she was a pleasant surprise. Like when she won the belt like a week before WrestleMania and everybody loved it. I'm like, man, this is uncharacteristic. It's wouldn't have been this way a couple of years ago. We were like, what? Who loses the belt 2 weeks before Mania or whatever it was? But the fans went absolutely bonkers about it, and she kept
Especially
it.
on Rhea Ripley losing.
Yeah. Like she carried the show for the longest time. I'm talking about men and women. Like Mommy was carrying the show. That Monday Night Mommy was not a moniker. That was the truth. So, that's see, there we go. That's why I like having these conversations with you guys. This is what makes these things fun. Let's just go to this real quick, man. The Golden Boy, Captain G.I. Joe. Well, not G.I. Joe. That's just one wrong franchise. Street Fighter. We got
Captain G.I. Joe.
Captain G.I. Joe. We got Street Fighter in the mix, man. But Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. I think this is going to be an old-fashioned WWE heavyweight throwdown. I like these matches, and I'm gonna tell you why. Let me go to the big screen. When you see matches like Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre, like that is easily could be any other promotion of WrestleMania main event. You know what I mean? And I think Cody does these matches well. I don't know a WWE champion in the past, because it definitely wasn't Roman, that does these type of matches any better than Cody Rhodes, right? He is a lot like Ric Flair when he makes him and CM Punk. They always make contenders look like main event players despite the match. So like if the way Cody Rhodes has beaten people, it never looked like he dominated them, but he made his match with Kevin Owens, match with John Cena. It's like, and I'm like, he's going to do the same thing with Drew McIntyre. Like, he's going to have you on the edge of your seat. And I don't think this is a world title match, is it? It's not a world title match.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. Oh, okay. So
It's for the WWE Championship.
Even crazier. This is a WWE Championship match. It's like, man, there's an added element of desperation to it, because we all know Drew McIntyre's past. Every time he's gotten close, something has always caused him to do it, whether it's his own downfall, his own attitude, or his mishaps, or somebody else, most likely CM Punk. Right. So it's like, man, this is going to be an old-fashioned dogfight, and Cody Rhodes to me is just one of the best in the business in these type of matchups. But how do you guys feel about this, Drew McIntyre? Can Drew McIntyre? Do we get a surprise change? I mean, don't get me wrong. Triple H knows that we know that Cody Rhodes is about to film Street Fighter. Triple H and WWE knows that they have enough superstars in a roster where it does not hurt Cody Rhodes or WWE to not have that championship on him, is because the way that the business is built now, where it's not just depending on one guy to make all the towns and make all the rounds. It's not, they've done away with that formula a long time ago. Is because we don't see Cody Rhodes on TV half the time, and ratings never skip a beat. Nobody ever goes, man, wrestling was really good, but they should have had the champion on tonight. No, there's more than one champion. You got Seth Rollins, you got all these John Cena, you got the women. It's not just that anymore. So do we see a title change? Is this the night for Drew McIntyre to finally have a quick WWE run, the same way Randy Orton did during the pandemic? Nope, we never thought we were going to get that last minute Randy Orton. And I loved it. He didn't have to have it long, but I'm like, oh snap, Randy beat him. How we feeling about
Drew
it?
could have a win in front of fans.
Yeah, and he's a transitional guy, but the records are still the records, and it keeps him looking strong. I have no problem with legit contenders having transitional runs. I have no problem. Is this about to be one of those situations?
No, it's Big Drew's time, man. Enough of this Cody mess.
I'll say there you go.
He just still sour from Philly.
Yeah, he's not
I mean, the title runs.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been forgetting that he was champion. Like the past few weeks, it's been about Brock Lesnar and John Cena.
And then Seth and Becky.
Yeah, I've been forgetting Cody's the champion. The QB1, he looking like quarterback one Jake Browning in Cincinnati right now. That's what he's looking like. He's not looking like QB1 Mahomes or QB1 02 Mahomes, might I say. How about the Chiefs?
Is that a good thing? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I'm going to ignore the Chiefs reference.
They 0-2. I love it. So
I do.
They telling that story, baby. You know what I mean? They telling that story.
It's time for Big Drew, man. Look. You need a shock. You need a shock this weekend. You need a big moment. Sports Center. You need Drew McIntyre to win the championship. Then go on ESPN and tell it like it is. He needs to go shoot from the hip. Talk about he's tired of this good Cody guy. He's tired of the whole John Cena, and then he wants John Cena after. Oh shoot! I just booked myself into a corner. Drew McIntyre wins. And John Cena get one more match. And finally, he can get one more title run. And he can put somebody over in DC. We get a new champion. Boom. There's Cody Rhodes, John Cena for the belt.
Or again,
I want to see that again.
Because no one wants to fight. They better not do that again. Because if after that match they had, bro, leave it alone.
Right. Last match. It's last match, but all right, okay, second to last match.
How about you wouldn't be okay with the returning Cody Rhodes just getting his hit back? You know, they got to pad his stats. He's got to be like a 2 or 3 time WWE champion at this point.
I would be fine with that, but I want Drew versus John Cena.
For the title.
Yes, and I'm running out of time.
Okay.
But I'll take it any way I can get it at this point, but that's the way I want it. I want it for the championship.
Okay. How about you guys? You guys feeling this? What we thinking about Drew McIntyre? Is this his time, or are we still rocking with Captain G.I. Joe Street Fighter?
As much as I want to see Drew win this title, I don't think it's going to happen.
Tell us why.
Because you got to think, Drew is one of those type of guys that you can always insert
Bingo.
and he can take a loss every daggone night
And use it.
still be relevant. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and then Cody. My thing is with Cody, if he loses, what's next for him?
He's off. I mean,
You just
same
gonna.
thing.
I mean, all you can
Go
really do
home.
is
He got a new baby.
all you can do is run it back with Drew.
Yeah,
Who else do you have?
You give it time, and then the hero's got to make a triumphant return at some point. I went home, I regathered myself, I figured things out.
Right,
Come back all jacked up like he usually does.
Well, look, I'm hoping and praying that Drew wins. I don't think he wins just for that reason. But now that I think about it, we're gonna talk about John Cena later. But I feel like John Cena wins, and you got Cody Rhodes. You don't have two of your biggest baby faces win on that same night. Like you said, Brian, you can have it. It'll be better to have Drew win that championship, and he shows up on ESPN, and like you said, spit it like it's real, because you know he's going to give you a show on Sports Center or on whatever show he shows up on that next
At
morning.
McAfee.
Absolutely. So I'd rather see that as opposed to Cody Rhodes in his suit sitting down drinking Wheatley vodka. Talking about what do you want to talk about? You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly. Everybody want to see that mess. We know what you want to talk about. God dang it, we heard the whole time.
right.
Cody Rhodes is hilarious.
It's Drew's turn. He's that perfect transitional champ, like you said.
Man, let him have a run. All the transitional, let him have a run.
I mean, he can. I think he can, especially if he right. Cody
Drew.
What about you, brother guy? How you feeling? Is does Drew McIntyre get it? It's like this whole segment is about Drew McIntyre now. We let alone we saying who do you think walks away. Now we're just like, do you think Drew's going to win or not?
I'm Team Drew on this one.
Wow,
I'm Team Drew. I'm Team Drew because remember I've been Team Drew for a while, and
True.
him not getting it at Clash in the Castle still stings a little. His WrestleMania moment was for that moment to pass on to Damian Priest, but let Cody go home, enjoy the holidays with his family. We don't need him on the tour. You can always insert anybody else because we got so much other stuff right now, right? What's the bigger headline for ESPN? Cody Rhodes retains. Oh, yay. He's the WWE champion. Or Drew McIntyre destroys Cody Rhodes, leaves him, and is the new WWE champion. What's the bigger story? Who's the person that's going to go on the social media and give you the clicks to take the attention away from AEW that weekend? What's going to happen that's going to make you say, here's another headline for WWE? Because let's call it what it is. Stephanie Velcro or Io winning the world title is going to be a trending topic, right? But as soon as Drew wins this title, especially if that's the first match of the night, WWE is going to take over that whole weekend. Nobody's going to remember what else happened because it's going to be
John
that.
Cena and Brock Lesnar.
Right. It's going to dominate. You start off hot with that, and then you end it with them at, well, I don't know if John Cena and Brock was it the tag team match. Either way, the conversation is going to be dominated by WWE. And what's the bigger headline?
Okay.
Drew is going to be, think about it. He made one comment that set the internet ablaze.
True.
And he's always done that.
He did it on
He's
purpose.
going to.
Absolutely.
He knew what he was
absolutely. And listen, all the memes that came out afterwards, all that stuff, this is what the champion we need right now.
Yeah,
because he could not be on the show. Oh, my Alexa just said something.
We didn't hear.
You could have him on the show, or you could not have him on the show, and he's still going to be relevant. Cody not on the show isn't going to be relevant. Drew makes himself relevant.
And then he can headline the European tour.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. They are going back early January.
And here's the thing. Who's on SmackDown that he's got the most beef with that could be inserted at any time?
Oh, God. That's nothing goes well when it comes to those guys. But, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I mean, I'm just saying. And Survivor Series, would you want to see him and Seth go at it again? Or do you want to see Cody and Seth for the Saudi Arabia big gold belt with all the daggone jewels and stuff on it?
Yeah.
I'd rather see Seth and Drew go at it.
Yeah.
Just saying. I don't know about you. That's a bigger headline.
I think we're all in. We love Cody, but Cody's untouchable at this point. I think it's his time for Drew McIntyre.
Go home.
Yeah, don't sit down.
Now,
it's okay.
Speaking of going home, now Big Jim, his wife went home because they're expecting, which is excellent. But I'm gonna tell you what I wasn't expecting. Something's going on with Jey Uso. Clearly he's got some issues with LA Knight. They're not seeing eye to eye, but they also both are vying for the world. I'm such a hater. They're both vying for the world championship. So that's one thing. But this is supposed to be like, okay, cool. This is the return of if not the greatest tag team of all time, against these tanks of young men like Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker are on a tear. I think these are two major players that they are cultivating, and these guys are in the match with one of the greatest tag teams, arguably maybe the greatest tag team of all time. But now it's like this match is not just going to be a match because there's some distractions going on. The seeds have been planted about something else that may be a brewing. Here's my question is that going to be too distracting for the Usos to walk away as winners, or will Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker feed into this, causing, I don't believe, I'm not buying this whole Usos thing in the first place. I think this is just another chapter in this bloodline storyline that's probably going to start taking off. And to me, a loss probably sparks that storyline rather than a win. But that's just me personally. How you guys feeling about the situation between the Usos and Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed?
I feel exactly what you just said. Like, I honestly, but I think this does plant some seeds. I think when the Usos do go their separate ways, because we know they want to run it back, I think, it finds its way, whether it's at WrestleMania in Vegas, because
Wrestlepalooza next year.
Oh, see, there you go.
I was thinking, WrestleMania in Vegas, that's their home,
Right.
Their home away from home, their backyard, as they say. So you still got to get Warring Games in there somewhere, whether it's the Bloodline, probably Bloodline versus Division. And I think, where did we see a Survivor Series where two brothers broke up or started their split? Survivor Series 1993.
Yeah, Brett
and
Owen.
So I can see that's where some dissemination happening. But I definitely think we're going to see something. I think we're going to see the Usos lose this one because Braun and Braun can't take another loss. It wouldn't make sense. They lost at SummerSlam, which made sense. I thought they was going to win. Bronson Reed lost to Roman Reigns. They got to get this win.
Okay.
Does LA Knight show up?
Yes.
What you said?
I said, does LA Knight show up?
Unfortunately.
He's gonna be the special guest referee. Watch.
Yeah.
Commentary or something.
With some fake Jordans. Yeah.
No, hating on him.
Bro, you a sneakerhead. You like them shoes, those tributes?
The 12?
Yeah, of course.
Just wear regular Jordans.
I support anybody that wants to no, because he'll be looking like Swerve when he wrestles. Swerve like wrestles in like regular boots, like hiking boots. I'm like, Swerve, put on wrestling boots. I'm like, those stop at your ankle. But it's creative. I have no problem with it. Him being a sneaker guy, like he likes to.
You call him a sneaker guy?
Yeah, he's a sneaker guy.
That's what he is. Yeah,
he said it. He said he's like no. I purposely get my boots designed after like his pay-per-view looks. Like I get new boots designed after my favorite Air Jordans. So it's like okay, I respect that.
He would be fine without the vest. That's all.
No, leave the vest. Leave him alone, brother Hugh. Hates.
I don't hate.
You're gonna be mad when he comes world champion at some point.
Yep.
I'm gonna be happy for his fans.
Brother Hugh, Usos, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed. What are we doing here? How did they do this? Because they pulled us away from it. This is supposed to be the return of the Usos, and they said, not quite. Don't get too excited. This is just another chapter in another book.
Hey, this is a different Jey Uso that we're dealing with nowadays.
Yeah,
he's getting his attitude from somewhere. Is it rubbing off on him from somewhere else?
He's been talking to Big Cuz.
The rumor mill. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of rumors out there. I ain't gonna go into that, but I would say number one, he's evolving, and his character is evolving. He's evolving into becoming the next tribal chief.
Okay,
we called this.
They dropped it. They said that
we called this from way back when he became the right hand man.
Main event, yep,
right?
Right hand man, yep.
He's taking those steps forward. He's getting that attitude together now. So like, look, when the time comes, I'm gonna step up. I'm gonna be ready, and I'm taking over the family. That's exactly what it is. Exactly.
You hear what Big Jim said, right? I said, why you bringing it up, Big Jim?
Right. So to me, it's obvious that they're gonna have some type of miscommunication during the match.
Dang.
And of course, they're not gonna get the W. The Bronze, they can't deserve another
Bronze.
loss. The Bronze, they can't they can't they can't deserve it. They can't do another loss, to be honest. They have to stay relevant. This could be another opportunity to build Jimmy as a star too,
No,
as an individual star.
my
So that's
dog
what
is
I'm looking. That's what I'm looking forward to. Hopefully that's what happens. We can get a little backing behind him, and then But if it's him versus Jay is over like crazy. So I don't know if he'll be able to find that thing to help put him over enough. You know what I'm saying? To kind of get him to that same level as Jay.
I wouldn't be surprised if Big Jim is written off TV soon on some sympathy stuff.
That is true.
Like
they did before.
Yeah, nobody wants to see brother break up. Like they just got back together. But what if Big Jim's like, bro, you need to get your head together, bro. I'm out of here, man. Leave me alone. And then he disappears. Like he did last week. When he was like, bro, you need to watch your tone, bro. He in their culture, like I said, he was born 7 minutes before Jay. He's
Jimmy
technically the big brother.
Right.
He's like, man, you better watch your tone. He said, because last time I checked, you ain't no ool fall around your neck, which pretty much told us fans that that's the only way that he would ever take any stuff from his younger brother in that situation, because he never has before. It's always been Roman, Jimmy, and Jay. So the fact that he was kind of taking that tone with him, he was like, look, that's the last time I checked, bro, it ain't around your neck. So I'm not taking that from you. And then, but what if it gets to a situation, and Jay saved him. What if it gets to a point where he goes, man, you losing it again. This ain't you, and I'm not about to stick around. I'm out of here.
Hey, realness, you're the only one that's a little brother here. No pun intended.
That's crazy.
As far as to a brother.
I guess I am.
Yeah, like you. So what would you do in that situation? Would you check, your brother if he tried to say he don't see no ool fall around your neck?
No, I did exactly what Jay did too. Wait till he walked off and said, man, come back. Hey, man, Jimmy, man, come. It's because mentally, do I think I could beat my brother up? Sure. Would I try? Mentally, I wouldn't, because in the back of my mind, he has always been the dominant one in our household. So like, I would always think twice about it. Like I would never want to come to that, is because I've literally been programmed for like my whole life, and we're in our 30s, and he still is that way. Like if he when he sees me, he gotta let it be known that he the big brother in some way, shape, or form.
Absolutely. You know what I'm
he
saying?
addresses me, whether he calling me out my name, whether he threatening to beat me up or whatever. Like fully grown mother be like, y'all are too old and grown for this. We're like, nah, mama, he ain't finna. It gets that way. So I know, like as a little brother, I'm like, in the back, I'm like, man, I know I can take him, but I'm like, but is it gonna be worth it? Because I know I gotta deal with him again at some point. He gonna come back and get his head back, and I don't feel like that's you start rethinking certain stuff. It's because literally you've been programmed your whole life. Like he has always been the dominant one, even when we wrestled. I never went over. Got all my stuff in. All the wrestling matches we had, let me get all my stuff in, no matter how many sharpshooters, kick out of everything. He never. I was too exhausted to kick out of. That's how we judged our wrestling matches coming up, when they say don't try this at home, and we tried it at home. Whoever caught the worst fatigue, like if you could kick out all night, it's gonna be an Iron Man match. But after a while, you doing everything, you trying to exhaust him, and he just kicking out. And after a while, you like, I quit, bro. 1, 2, 3, he wins, because he had to let it be known, I'm the big brother. I got the championship, I got the belt. So I'm like, all right, it is what it is. So I did exactly what Jay. Jay be quiet, and then when he walked away, he started talking again. He said, man, Jimmy was gone, because he not taking that from his little bro. Let me raise my voice at my older brother now, he gonna respond to me the same way. Bro, who are you talking to? I'm like, man, I'm talking to you. What you mean? And I'm bigger than my brother now. I don't care, but my brother, I swear that he would have responded the exact same way. I promise you, he would have not taken to me telling him what's going to be and stuff like that. Now I've gotten in my brother's bushes before about certain things, that I didn't agree with, or stuff that I'm like, man, you wrong about. But in that situation where I just decided I'm just going to take charge and I'm going to tell him this what it is, he would look at me sideways too. Like, man, especially if I say to him, hey man, we got to do something, and he says, all right, and he took care of it, and I still came at him crazy, because that's what happened, right?
Yeah.
Jim already told him, nah, I don't think it's a good look, man. I got a match this weekend. But then Jay still pressing like, hey man, you don't need to do that match. He's like, bro, first of all, I already told him I wasn't doing it. So I don't but don't come at me crazy now. He's a grown man. Like, yo, I already made the decision, but here you go telling me what I should and shouldn't do. As a matter of fact, check this out. You ain't finna tell me what to do. Matter of fact, Ellie, I got your back, bro. I'm doing it now anyway. Because he just had to let it be known, like, bro, nah, you ain't about to tell me what to do. So that's just the dynamic. That was real. That's a real moment.
100%. That is.
How about you, brother guy? How you feeling about this? Usos, are we celebrating the Usos win, or something else is going to get in the way?
I feel like this story has been dragging on for so long, and they trying to add another layer to keep us interested.
What
I can
story?
care
What are
less
you
about
referring
I
to?
can care less about the broads. Kind of like, okay, I need something. It's just they're there. You know what I mean? Like Seth's off doing something that's interesting, and I feel like this is just like, okay. So I don't care either way who wins. I think that they're going to take a loss and they're going to be fine. They're going to be back on Raw with Paul Heyman talking the same thing they've been talking for the last 2 months. How dominant they are. Look what they doing. Braun Breaker going to forget his lines and start twitching, because I think that's why he's doing it. But I'm not
You
vested
got
in this. I
you
care
got
more about
bad
the other.
nerves.
Yeah, I don't care about this match because they haven't really done anything to make me care about that as a tag team. Who's those back together? Okay, cool. But the true thing is, like, we just watching to see will they or won't they? Can they coexist? What's going to happen with the Usos? We don't care about the broads. They haven't given us anything to care about. So,
He hating.
um,
He just
I'm
mad
just
because
like,
they beat up his favorite wrestler.
who's my favorite wrestler?
You already know who it is. Don't make me
No,
say
I'm
it.
just trying to ask. Who's my
CM
favorite
Punk.
wrestler?
CM Punk.
Yeah,
Come on now.
They jumped him.
Multiple times.
Yeah,
Only here.
It's
Bron-
okay.
Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker are definitely in like, hey man, we don't want you to forget that these guys have muscles and they're dangerous because they are
Right.
definitely. And what I don't agree with, if they take a loss, I don't think that it hurts them at all. For the same reason that brother God just said, it's like, well, at the end of the day, who will say something to them in the first place? Yeah, Bronson, because you get in the ring with them, I don't care what you know. You have a full match, go 20 minutes on Netflix, and here they come. You like, dang it, I just wrestled. Now I got to deal with these dudes, these young, and these are young dudes. These are young dudes that are just. I'm like that when I see them. I'm like, one is a tank, one is a
I
tank, and
remember
one is
what
an
you call
18
it.
wheeler.
But remember what wasn't it? Braun Strowman that fought Bronson Reed and lost, and then we was like, well, okay, what's Bronson Reed going to do next? You know what I mean? Every time he fought and he lost,
He
he was
was
like, okay,
putting
who's
people
next?
down. Bronson Reed was on a run before he broke his ankles. Like he was putting people down. He put Seth down to the point Seth was like, you know what? I kind of need this guy on my side.
He said, I don't want it no more. I can't
I
take
won't
it.
fight no more. I won't fight no more.
We're friends. We're friends now. We just become best friends.
So we get to the main event of our show. John Cena, Brock Lesnar, one last time. All week they have been doing these career retrospectives between John Cena and Brock Lesnar, right? We have been seeing the parallels, and we've been hearing the stories of, well, look, man, John Cena, you're only in the spaces because I decided to leave. When you hear about the career of Brock Lesnar, he was only there for 2 years, and he had that much of an impact. And once he decided to leave, it's like they had to hit the reset button once again. And John Cena kind of answered that bell with flying colors, between him and Randy Orton and Batista. But John Cena just took it and ran with it. And this is his last hurrah. Cena's planning hits with some of his greatest opponents, greatest feuds, whatever you want to call it. And this is no secret. I mean, I don't think he's having a legendary like career-ending run. Can't remember anybody that's had this good of a career ending. Like I feel bad because I'm like, God dang it, AJ Styles is supposed to be retiring soon too, and it's kind of, you know what I mean. AJ Styles is doing what AJ Styles is doing, is putting over young talent. Why we're just building everything around John Cena, which he deservedly so. But it's like, well, God dang it, even Sting got a better send off than a guy like AJ's getting, simply because he was with a company that appreciated what he did versus.
Yeah.
Thing would have got lost in the sauce in WWE because of just the way that it is as far as who the top guys are. But the question is, man, every time John Cena has walked away from a match with Brock Lesnar, he loses one of his wrestling lives. Will he have enough in the tank to finish out his remaining dates after being in the ring with the Beast, who has been away a long time? Hopefully he's not rusty. Hopefully he gives a crap and he don't hurt nobody. I know he doesn't. Brock Lesnar is very professional in the ring. He's always, he comes off as if he doesn't care, but he's the consummate professional. But god dang, it's still Brock Lesnar. He's a behemoth of a man. Does Cena actually walk away from this match, or we wheeling him out on a stretcher?
I mean, again, ESPN, right? image on Saturday, college football. But I don't know. I don't think so. I think Brock wins. Yeah, Cena beat him last. No, actually, I think Cena wins. I think he lost to Lesnar last time. He avenges Suplex City.
No, didn't Cena win last?
No,
Wasn't Night of Champions?
Night of Champions.
What, no, what was it?
I'm thinking of SummerSlam or 2014. They wrestled after.
Let me double check. I thought Cena won the last match. I'm not sure exactly where it was though.
Yeah,
No,
well, I think-
according to this, Lesnar beat him at SummerSlam, and Night of Champions Cena won
So we got to sit
by
back.
DQ.
Oh well, okay, but he didn't win the belt. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's 4-2.
Yeah.
Lesnar 4, Cena 2.
Yeah, I think Cena wins this one, and I think that this, I think it'd be a show of respect, man. I think, they're gonna hug it out.
Oh, like so the old fashioned cowboy fight. Like, okay,
Yeah.
all right, you earned my respect. I came back to beat you up. You got your hit back.
You think about what happened with Cody.
True.
He shook Cody's hand. That was totally unexpected.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
So,
All right.
yeah.
How about you, brother guy? Does John Cena walk away with all his limbs, or is his run cut short?
I think he does because we got to keep Super Cena going, and it's a thing where just like when he shook Cody's hand and he left, it's going to be that, and it's going to be because too many times when we think about this rivalry, Brock Lesnar is always on top. It seems like every time you think about it, it's always like, "Dang, he squashed him. He squashed him. He squashed him." I think Cena is going to show, "Hey, let me come out. Let me do one more match that you're going to remember." So that way, whoever his last opponent is, whether it be Drew or Kevin Owens, like I said, it's gonna be Kevin Owens. We know that he humbled the beast. That's always been a problem for him. So I think he fixes that problem because what's the bigger headline? Brock Lesnar destroys Cena, or Cena finally ends Brock Lesnar in his retirement tour? What's the bigger story?
No, that's a good twist to it. I like that because I think to your point, brother guy, I'm curious to see how does the product get affected now that ESPN has not a say so, but hey, look, there's a reason why that's the sports audience, right? And we know that's that's about as mainstream as it gets. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, how do we approach this, knowing that this is our audience now? So we're bringing our group over here, and then we're bringing in the main audience, and we're trying to merge these places and all make money from it. So it's not that far off. So that's actually a really good point. How about you, brother Hugh? Does John Cena walk away with all his limbs?
Cena doesn't lose until his last match.
Okay, so you think he goes out honorable on the mat?
He has to win.
Okay.
Brock Lesnar just is like you said, he's that one guy that always had the best of Cena, no matter what. He's the biggest villain to ever step in the WWE ring, right? Biggest bully out there, right?
Yeah.
So Cena, we got him back. We got Super Cena back. He's going to go out and he's going to do Super Cena things. Mind you, like Brandon said, we're on ESPN. The story tells itself. Ex-WWE, 17-time champion versus ex-WWE champion, UFC heavyweight champion, former NFL football star.
Yeah.
Not star, but
NFL
player.
he made the training camp roster.
Right. But the story tells itself. So, of course, that very next day, we're going to see what? Cena everywhere, plastered everywhere.
Oh, yeah, you know it.
Oh, the GOAT, boom, 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 boom. It just makes sense. Like, with the whole
He went to
ESPN thing.
Suplex City and survived.
Right.
There you go.
That's the headline. That's the headline. Cena standing there with a new shirt and spinner belt, chilling.
He's gonna do an article with Players Tribune, surviving Suplex City, and live.
There it is. There it is. Brock just came back for the check. You know how it is.
You see Stephen A. Smith. Oh man, let me tell y'all something. It was John Cena. It was Brock Lesnar, and boy did he take him to Suplex City. And I remember back in the day with the Harley races and the Dusty Rhodes, but it was different then. And then
last time those guys actually watched
that
wrestling.
boy with his Iron Monkey that That jump way back here.
It's running away from him.
Yo.
Hey, boy. That
Definitely
jump
running
running. Big time.
I think if he goes too far back, he got to retire. But he's making too much money right now. Or he might pay that money and get that
What you got? Yeah, Van Lathan got it. He talked about it on the show.
So the Prime, I
Got the
forgot
implants.
Dion got his head done. So,
Yeah.
'cause I forget he was bald.
Oh, yeah?
He been
Yeah.
bald.
He was bald. I just
Yeah.
thought it was just the style he was rocking.
I thought it was too.
he
But he was
bald.
like, man. And one day he came back and I was like, oh, Prime.
I ain't mad at people. Yeah, get it done. You feel me? If you want to get it done, get it done.
I mean, look, man, he definitely has enough money for him. But yeah, man. But Wrestlepalooza, man, I'm looking forward to it. I know fans are in uproar about just the natural change. It's always going to be that way. We were upset about the network. We were upset about Peacock, and we're going to be upset about ESPN and whatever other changes they're going to make. But one thing we're not going to be upset about
Saudi.
Yeah, well, that too. I guess I got to react to that one too. So,
Yes.
man, we're looking forward to another action-packed weekend of professional wrestling. Shout out to NXT Homecoming, and let's see what this new chapter brings. Like I said, we have witnessed all the major chapters in professional wrestling. We've been privileged as fans. We've seen every major turning point, with the exception of maybe stuff that happened in the early 80s, early 90s with WCW and Jim Crockett Promotions. But for goodness sakes, we've seen majority of everything else, and we get a front row seat to see this as well. In the meantime, like I said, follow us on our social media platforms at Wrestling Realm. Subscribe to our Patreon, Twitch, and YouTube at the Wrestling Realm. Go ahead, brother. Here, you have final words.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say it's action packed Saturday.
Yeah,
Look,
it's
nobody called me on Saturday. We got all out.
So
At
y'all
3.
y'all don't care about Kyle Fletcher versus
No, we care. We're gonna watch it.
No, don't listen to
We
me.
definitely gonna watch it.
Kyle Fletcher is that dude, man.
Yes, he is.
Kyle Fletcher a lot. He's been that guy.
He's
don't
not
like
gonna
bald.
win, but yeah.
I don't like
Yeah,
bald
he's gonna
head
win.
Kyle Fletcher.
He's gonna do it. He gonna
I hope
do
he
it,
win.
man.
I pray that he win. Take it off pussy, man.
This much of me is like, come on, Kyle, you can do this. But I'm like, I know he ain't.
Man, hey man.
I don't like bald head Kyle Fletcher.
I like the way he
but-
carry himself.
Me neither.
You don't like bald head Kyle Fletcher?
No, I like him when he looked like Will Ospreay Jr., but I know that's why he changed his look because he got tired.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like, dude, you're
And
taller
then he
than
got-
Will Ospreay. Why you
Then he
worried
got
about
compared to Randy.
Right.
that?
Yeah.
But the crazy part is Nick Wayne looks like Kyle Fletcher before he cut his hair and stuff like that now.
Yeah,
So, like,
he
I have no
Look,
problem with that.
everybody.
We
looks
know
so-
y'all ready for some Cajun Coke, man.
Yeah, I'm sure Cope is
almost as
disappointed.
much I'm worried about Daniel Garcia and Shibata because that's
Yeah.
who asked for that.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I'm sure Edge is disappointed he can't be a part of John Cena's retirement tour because he always going to
Can I
have
come
one.
out and play?
Yeah, John Cena's one of the greatest
But your voice. Oh, sorry.
rivalries. But of course, Christian Cage will never be Christian Cage because he keeps wearing that ascot with the sleeves cut off instead of turtleneck, instead of his real gear. But it's okay.
Maybe Saudi will get involved, right? And throw a bag at Edge or what was his name, Cope, and he'll come back just for one more match.
I mean, he's got to ask Big Tony, and Big Tony, he's
I got more money. I got more money.
that's a billionaire conversation between those guys. Like, yeah, I got money too, or at least my dad does.
Right.
My dad gave me money. To play.
Dad, can I?
Dad, they want to take my toys from me.
You already know what the prince is going to say. I'm sorry, add another zero.
Right.
Ryan, did you
We
say?
get to them was a question.
I'm
We
sorry.
want Edge and Christian versus
Add
the
another
Hardys
zero.
versus DX versus the Brothers of Destruction.
I'm sorry.
Six
He's sitting
man,
with his-
3 stages
sitting
of
there
hell.
with his- sitting there with the honorable prince with his shades on. I'm sorry.
Right.
He
Chilling.
add another zero. Like, okay, all right, okay.
So you telling me I can't get Hogan versus Savage? No, Prince. You really telling me I got all these zeros here? You telling me I can't get them?
He said, I'm
Remember
sorry.
when Vince
What if
came
I
in
add
with,
another zero?
the big guy, because they wanted Yokozuna, and he said, "Let's go
Yeah.
find another big guy." Here you
There
go.
you go.
Here, you got Yokozuna at home. I was like, "Oh,
Nah, they gonna make the holograms. We gonna
Right.
do the hologram Hogan versus hologram Andre.
Listen,
oh
they'll
my
be able
God.
to afford it. You know why? Because you know what he's going to say? Add another zero. They're going to be like, listen, if you add another zero, we probably could. Listen, we probably could put the holograms in color. Say like, add another zero.
and sound. Look, what sound?
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
like,
we went to Wrestling Rome over there. They gonna bring us over there. I'm like,
Hey, I'm with it. Add another zero. Let's
add
do
another
it.
There
zero.
you go.
Yeah.
So you get realness to do it. And another, what they gonna do realness?
add another zero. that's all the honorable Prince has to do. Like, oh, you know what? I think this is a good idea. Everybody in the back behind Triple H, like, come on, man. And Triple H, like, this is the greatest thing in the world.
Yo, the faces.
Meanwhile, everybody like this.
Everybody like this. It's like,
Oh, yeah, okay.
They thinking about their mothers. Like, man, moms ain't gonna be able to watch me at WrestleMania.
they sit there like, dang, they just had to add another zero, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We're like, this is only 1 year, right? Is they like this not permanent, right?
No,
Like,
next 10. I told Brian earlier. Next 10, this is it for WrestleMania for us.
I said it.
It's done.
It's
Yeah,
done.
like-
We're not getting it back.
Listen
I
to
told
me.
my
They
uncle
It's not
Troy the
ours
other
anymore.
day.
We got Wrestlepalooza.
did it in Vegas. They
We
made
are
all their
bumping Busta Rhymes for next 10 years. A-Rap money, here we go.
Listen, they say y'all gave us that BS greatest Royal Rumble. Y'all can keep that Royal Rumble because we got your Mania now.
Right.
Like, y'all can keep that.
That's
The Rock's will be on the phone like, wait a minute, they did what? They added another zero? All right, listen, I got
I'm
two
on my way.
movies.
let me get these 60 pounds back. Right.
Yeah. I need
I'm
two
gonna be
movies
mad.
that-
I'm gonna be. Don't talk to me when I see Rock and Roman listed next year.
Find a boss.
I'm like, you gotta be
That's
kidding
gonna be the
me.
main event.
He is going
Yeah.
to
It's
be
gonna be the-
super jacked.
It's gonna be the Bloodline versus the McMahon family. They're gonna
Oh
say that's
my
what
gosh,
our main
bro.
event to be.
Like,
I'm gonna be
what?
pissed.
We're gonna be sitting there like, how the heck did
They're
we
like,
get this?
oh,
Simple.
like oh, Shane.
He added another zero.
It is.
Right.
There it is.
They ain't gonna come out of retirement. He gonna say, "What you want me to do? You gonna be flying for what? I got you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I got you. I'll jump right off of that."
Like, so what do we got to do to get this? Nick Khan's gonna be like, I'm sorry, let me take this over. Add another zero.
That's the name of the episode. That's gonna be the name of the podcast episode. I'm gonna look, add another zero.
Add another zero.
How would John Cena survive?
Well, wrestling fans, we have a lot to look forward to. It's going to be fun. We got to get out of here. But as usual, wrestling fans, do yourself a favor and stay wrestling fans and all that good inspirational jazz. But until next week, we will be back to discuss all the results and all the fun stuff that happened. And until then, like I said, enjoy yourselves. We out of here. Peace.
Houston, we have a problem.
For all exclusive shows and bonus material, subscribe to our Patreon channel at patreon.com/thewrestling_realm. You can watch all of our Wrestling Realm content anytime on youtube.com/thewrestling realm.